We're traveling along the Adriatic coast of Italy, exploring the incredible wineries and delicious red wines they have to offer. Let's dive right in. Terra de Conti was formally established in 2003, but Augusto Conti, the founding father, had already been making and selling his blended wines for more than 10 years prior. The winery is based in the rolling hills of the Zeno River Valley. This region is the main growing area for Verdicchio, one of the best known native grapes from the Marche region. They have a philosophy of winemaking that prioritizes typicity. In other words, their focus is on producing wines with strong identities, showcasing both variety and region in each bottle. Fabula Populi is a robust blend of classically Italian varieties, Montepulciano and Sangiovese. The wine offers an excellent weight, with powerful aromas of ripe berries and cherries, with green herbaceousness on the nose. On the palate, the flavors are concentrated and complex, with hints of menthol, black fruit, and nutmeg. For the best experience, make sure to serve a glass at 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. When it comes to food pairing, this wine is a real winner with rich, red meat-based dishes, barbecued peppers, or rich dishes featuring basil and tomatoes. The history of Azienda Agricola d'Albello Antonio goes back over a century to the early 1900s when Giuseppe d'Albello worked as a sharecropper in vineyards for noble estates in the Asolo territory. In the 1950s, Giuseppe's son Vittorio set up an independent winery as a symbol of Venetian wine excellence and love for wine and where it comes from. This passion has been passed down the generations, which have brought in modern techniques while respecting their tradition. Since the 2000s, the winery has extended its own vineyards along a handful of medieval villages, totaling over 50 hectares of vines. These plantings are found on mostly south-facing slopes to ensure optimal sun exposure. They are a key wine tourist destination in Asolo, with the younger generation of the family leading tours of the winery and their own museum. D'Albello Merlot DOC Asolo Montello is from the sun-drenched Asolo Hills. This 100% Merlot DOC bursts with aromas of wild berries, red currant, and blueberry. Richly coloured and velvety on the palate, it balances fruit and softness with elegant finesse. Aged in both stainless steel and oak, then refined in the bottle for 8 months, this is a beautifully rounded red. Make sure to serve at 18 degrees Celsius when you're ready to enjoy a glass. For food pairing, think hearty fare like pheasant with bitter radicchio, Cumberland sausages, or a classic beef and mushroom pie. It is also ideal for roast dinners or meaty pasta dishes. Next up, we have Ca di Raio. Ca di Raio was originally founded in 1931 and is now run by the third generation of the Chicchetto family, brothers Simone, Alessio, and Fabio. The winery uses a ray system to train their vines, which was developed at the end of the 19th century. This system involves elevating vines to protect them from mildew by having them grow along 4-meter tall wooden poles that are interconnected with iron wires. The result is a geometric canopy that leaves plenty of room on the ground for growing additional crops, grazing poultry, and even cultivating silkworms on the leaves of older mulberry trees that were previously used in the ray system. In 2017, they started their sustainable project, which has been implemented with the goal of preserving the environment, using minimal intervention techniques in the vineyards, and supporting their local community. As a result of this project, 50% of their vineyards have been certified as sustainable. Alla Luna is a delightful, juicy Merlot from Veneto. This wine's aromas are dominated by red cherry and blackcurrant on the nose, complemented by an undertone of subtle menthol herbaceousness. On the palate, well-integrated tannins give an elegant, velvety texture, creating a Moorish experience with a long finish. When you are ready to enjoy a glass, we recommend serving this wine at 16 to 18 degrees Celsius for the best drinking experience. If you are looking for a food pairing, try it alongside blue cheeses, steaks, or portobello mushrooms. Tianime is an excellent example of a classic Italian Pinot Nero. This exciting wine shows ripe strawberry, red cherry, and blackcurrant notes on the nose, complemented by soft, easy tannins. Knowingly expressive of its terroir and surroundings, its smooth, round texture makes this wine a bold and exciting expression of the unforgettable varietal. Each glass shows at its best when served at 18 degrees Celsius. This wine would pair well with mushroom pasta or roast duck. Our next winery is Azienda Vinicola Paolo Cotini. The Paolo Cotini winery was founded in 2010 in the heart of the Valpolicella Classica region. Despite the young age of the winery, the Cotini family have a much longer history of winemaking in the region, which goes back 4 generations. They have just 6 hectares under vine, spread across different areas of Valpolicella Classica to represent a variety of terroirs. These plots are at significantly different altitudes and orientations, meaning the grapes experience distinct microclimates which add complexity and balance to the entire range of their wines. Staying true to their history, the winery cultivates their vines using the Pergola Veronese training system, with all vineyard work meticulously carried out by hand. This vine management system means the plantings are grown vertically along supports before spreading horizontally to form a kind of awning out of the vines. They bring the first of our special reserve 6-pack red wines. Paco IGT Rosso Veronese is an incredible Venetian blend with aromas of juicy Morello cherry, blackberry, rose, and peony on the nose that shows elegance with a hint of excitement. Full-bodied with intense flavors of blackberry, strawberry, and red currant on the palate, this wine's velvet-like tannins create a smooth, memorable finish. We recommend decanting this wine before serving at 18 degrees Celsius. The flavor profile of this wine makes it a perfect pairing for grilled red meat, or drinking just as well on its own. Next we have Valle Azienda Vitivinicola. Luigi Gigi Valle founded the winery, then called Valle Vini, in Butrio, in the province of Udine, in 1952, in a corner of Friuli Venezia Giulia, which has a history of winemaking stretching back to the ancient Romans. The winery is located in the Friuli Venezia Giulia region, specifically in the Colli Orientali, foothills that stretch all the way to the Slovenian border, which are well known among winemakers for their Eocene marl and sandstone soils. These soils help impart an incredible minerality to their wines. To ensure superior yields, the winery planted 10,000 vine stocks per hectare for each of the 45 hectares of their vineyard. A thicker vineyard produces fewer bunches of grapes, but it leads to outstanding fruit quality. Grapes are harvested by hand to guarantee the best selection from every single bunch already in the vineyard. They bring the second of our special reserve 6-pack red wines. Linea Valle Refosco is a sophisticated red-stalked Refosco. The wine leads with a lively nose with an abundance of ripe, juicy red fruit, complementing a hint of violet florals. Fruity flavors on the palate are rounded off by a memorable, complex, long-lasting finish. This wine is best served around room temperature, between 16 and 18 degrees Celsius. For food pairing, this Refosco would pair well with braised beef cheek, an aubergine lasagna, or a big bowl of tomato-based pasta. This breakdown of the red wines of Italy's Adriatic coast is over, but your adventure of discovery is just beginning. We're sure you'll love these amazing wines. Cheers!